What people are talking about right now is the situation in Benue State and how security forces stopped a dangerous group of armed men while they were trying to escape. This matter is serious and it concerns the safety of ordinary people, farmers, traders, and families who only want to live in peace. As you are listening, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel because it helps this information reach more people who need to hear it. What happened is that for some time now, armed criminal groups have been moving from one area to another looking for places where they believe security presence is weaker. After heavy pressure from security operations in other parts of the country, some of these groups began to move towards Benue State. Their plan was simple: attack communities, create fear, steal food, animals, and money, and then escape before help could arrive. But this time, things did not go the way they planned. Security forces had already been monitoring movements in the area. When information came in that armed men were moving through certain routes, troops on the ground quickly responded. The criminals were intercepted while trying to move out of the area, and a confrontation followed. The response from security forces was firm and coordinated, and this stopped the attackers from continuing their escape. This action prevented further attacks on nearby villages, and many lives were saved because of that quick response. Please, as you are watching, remember to like this video and subscribe so you will always get updates like this without missing anything important. Now, why is this situation in Benue important? Benue is known for farming. It feeds many parts of the country. When insecurity enters farming communities, it affects food supply, prices in the market, and the daily life of everyone. That is why any attempt by armed groups to settle or operate in Benue is a big concern, not only for the state but for the entire country. The recent action by security forces sent a strong message that such criminal movements will not be allowed to grow unchecked. People living in the affected areas have shared their fear over the past weeks. Some farmers stopped going to their farms regularly. Some traders reduced movement. Parents were worried about their children going to school. But when security forces stepped in and stopped the attackers, there was a sense of relief. It reminded the people that they are not forgotten and that efforts are being made to protect them. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe because your support encourages us to keep bringing clear and reliable updates. It is also important to understand that security operations are not just about force. Intelligence plays a big role. Knowing where these armed groups are coming from, how they move, and where they plan to go helps security agencies act before damage is done. In this case, that early information made the difference. Instead of reacting after villages were attacked, the response came while the criminals were still on the move. However, this does not mean the problem is completely solved. Insecurity is not something that ends in one day. It requires constant effort, cooperation between security agencies, and support from local communities. People on the ground are encouraged to share useful information with authorities because early warning can save lives. At the same time, security forces must continue to act carefully to protect innocent people while dealing with criminals. As you continue watching, please like this video and subscribe because it really helps us grow and keep you informed. Another important angle to this story is the effect of misinformation. Sometimes, exaggerated or unclear reports spread fear faster than the actual events. That is why it is important to focus on confirmed actions and real outcomes. What matters most is that an attempted escape by armed men was stopped and communities were protected from further harm. That is the key point people should understand. For residents in Benue and nearby areas, this development shows that vigilance is still needed. People should remain careful, avoid unnecessary travel at odd hours, and follow safety advice from local authorities. Community leaders also have a role to play by calming tensions and encouraging cooperation rather than fear. Please remember to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the next update. This situation also raises a wider discussion about security across the country. When pressure increases in one region, criminals sometimes try to move to another. That means security efforts must be balanced and coordinated nationwide. Protecting one area should not mean leaving another exposed. This is why continuous monitoring and quick response are very important. For now, the situation in Benue shows that timely action can make a real difference. Villages that could have been attacked were spared. Families were able to sleep a bit easier, at least for now. But everyone understands that lasting peace requires sustained effort, not just one successful operation.